Hello everyone and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist. Today we are diving into a heated exchange that has put Nigeria on the international spotlight once again. US President Donald Trump recently made a strong statement regarding alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria, a claim that has sparked significant debates. So, in response, Nigeria's Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, sat down with Channels Television Seun Okinbaloye to offer a robust defense of Nigeria and its government's position. He calls Trump's assertion politics taken too far and highlights the religious diversity within the Nigerian government. Let us watch a clip and then I will break down the nuances and the implications of these controversial issues. So sit back and take a watch.
Before I came in here, some people were sending me texts. Oh, please, don't speak about Trump, please, this and that and this. And I just laughed. I'm a Nigerian, a full-blooded Nigerian. I'm a Christian. My father is a pastor. My family are all Christians. I serve in this government. First of all, it's an indictment of my person as a Christian, the indictment of my family as Christians, that a government that I'm serving, anybody will allege that that government is supporting genocide, killing of Christians, and then I'm still in that government. This is politics taken too far.
Is this politics?
This is politics taken too far.
What do you mean?
Now, so let me just come. The Inspector General of Police is a Christian. The Director General of State Security Service is a Christian. Today, the Chief of Defense is a Christian. The former Chief of Defense was a Christian. Now, tell me how any right-thinking person will say that we are in this government. The secretary to government is a Christian. We sit in a government that will support the killings of our own people. That's why I say politics taking too far.
Is it Trump that is playing this politics or who is playing?
I am coming. You see, there could be some misinformation or destruction. It's unfortunate. All I tell people is that nobody will be happy for the death of anybody, whether a Christian or a Muslim. No right-thinking person, no leader will say, I'm happy that Muslims are dying, I'm happy Christians are dying, I'm happy non-believers are dying. Nobody. Not the president I know. Not this president I know. I'm not talking about even the government now. It is not possible. Not to come as an individual. Not this president I know, whose wife is a senior pastor, will shut his eyes and will not do anything that a particular religion is being eliminated. Certainly not.
Could complacency mean complicity? If things are happening,
Yeah.
and it might not be the fact that there is a genocide against Christians in Nigeria,
yeah.
But if Christians or Muslims or anyone at that is killed, because any life, whether any creed or any tribe or any religion, anybody that is killed is a Nigerian. And it's important, but the question is that could the government have be serious about the issue of security?
So can we tell ourselves the simple truth? In every political era, you see things come up. Will you be candid to us and Nigerians that this government is not doing quite a lot in order to tame this insecurity or terrorism?
Is the government doing
terrorism? Yeah, of course, quite a lot. Quite a lot. In fact, as I speak to you, I don't know any government that have put in resources in taming terrorism as far as this government is concerned. I have said severally, and I want to say this clearly. We must must know that this country belongs to all of us. We must know the existence of this country is for our own interest. What is the problem? I don't know where the Trump administration is getting the information. I don't want to. But all I'm saying is that nobody can say that this government is shutting its eyes to say that a particular religion is being alienated. A particular religion is being put as, it's not correct. And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not happy that terrorists are killing our people. Terrorists are killing Christians. Terrorists are killing Muslims. Terrorists are killing non-believers. And the government has come and president and said, look, the president I know. In fact, one of the reasons why some of us supported him, when we were talking about Muslim ticket, we said, no, it is not this kind of person we know. They are track records. That is not an extremist. And that's why you were able to say, I'm marrying a Christian. How can you have a wife and children? And then you go and shut your eyes where they have been eliminated. That's why I say, is politics taking too far?
What a compelling exchange there between Minister Wike and Seun Okinbaloye. The core of this discussion, as we saw, stemmed from President Donald Trump's tweet where he alleged an existential threat to Christianity in Nigeria, attributing thousands of killings to radical Islamists and designating Nigeria as a country of a particular concern. He even claimed 3,100 Christians were slaughtered in Nigeria compared to 4,476 worldwide, and called for US intervention to save the Christian population. Now, Minister Wike's response is multifaceted, deeply personal, and also a strong political defense. Let us unpack it. Firstly, Wike established his personal connection to Christianity, stating he is a Nigerian, a Christian, his father was a pastor, and his entire family are Christians. This personal testimony is crucial because it aims to immediately dismiss any notion that he, or by extension the government he serves, will be complicit in actions against Christians. He then extended this argument by listing key securities and administrative figures within the Nigerian government who are Christians: the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of State Security Service, the Chief of Defense, and even Secretary to the government. This is a direct counter to the idea that current administration is inherently anti-Christian or pursuing a religious agenda. The argument here is that a government with such prominent Christian figures couldn't possibly be orchestrating a genocide against Christians. So, Wike further reinforced this by mentioning that the president's wife is a senior pastor, implying that the president himself, given his family's religious leaning, would never condone such atrocities. His central message is clear: no right-thinking person, no leader would be happy for the death of any Nigerian, whether a Christian or a Muslim. He posits that these claims are politics taken too far and that such accusations are unfortunate and decisive. So from a critical perspective, Wike's arguments certainly challenge the narrative of state-sponsored genocide. The presence of Christians in high-ranking positions does complicate the assertion that the Nigerian government is actively persecuting Christians. However, it is also important to acknowledge that the existence of Christian officials doesn't automatically negate the experiences of Christians facing violence, nor does it necessarily mean the government's efforts to curb insecurity are sufficient or unbiased. The issue of insecurity in Nigeria is indeed complex and multidimensional. While radical Islamist groups like Boko Haram and the ISWAP have targeted Christians and Muslims alike, the ongoing farmer-herder clashes in Middle Belt, often framed along ethnic and religious lines, have disproportionately affected Christian community in some areas. Trump's statement, while politically charged and perhaps oversimplified, taps into a real and deeply felt sense of vulnerability among some Christian communities in Nigeria. So, Wike's assertion that terrorists are killing Christians, terrorists are killing Muslims, terrorists are killing non-believers resonates with the broader reality of insecurity, where all Nigerians are victims of various forms of violence. This shifts the blame from a genocidal government policy to a general problem of terrorism and insecurity affecting everyone. He states the government is doing quite a lot to tackle these issues, though specific details on these efforts were not provided in the clip. The politics taking too far line is interesting. It can be interpreted in two ways. Either Trump's statement itself is seen as a political maneuver, or the internal politicking within Nigeria is exacerbating this religious division for political gains. Wike's reference to having supported the president despite discussions of Muslim ticket further underscores his commitment to a non-sectarian approach, suggesting he views the current administration as inclusive rather than religiously biased. Ultimately, this debate highlights a significant disconnect between external perceptions and internal realities, or at least how those realities are articulated by government officials. While the term genocide carries a specific legal and historical weight, the suffering and loss of lives due to insecurity in Nigeria are undeniable. Wike's assertion aims to assert Nigerian sovereignty and counter what he sees as a misrepresentation of country's effort and religious demographics by an external power. The critical question remains, are the government's efforts enough to protect all its citizens, and how Nigerians effectively communicate its narrative amidst global scrutiny? So, what do you make of Wike's argument and Trump's statement? Is it indeed politics taking too far, or is there a deeper truth being highlighted? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Obas Trending Gist for more in-depth analysis. Until next time, stay informed.